And here's Mark Tenorti for Minnesota. To Mark Bureau, played a bit at Salt Lake City. Oh, he's taken down by Stevens on a great hip check.
Got his arm on him, and then later Sutter, still upset, really runs Doug Smale behind the North Star goal. But
plays it back to Broughton. In the middle to Prop. Now in the near corner for Modano. He's slashed at by Stevens and drilled down by Wilson.
A wicked slash, first by Stevens, and then Wilson comes in and gets a nice shot.
Mike Modano with that great speed. He's only 20 years of age. Has 60 points here in his second season. Face off inside the Minnesota line. Oates sneaks in front. The Hall, he scores! On a tip-in, Brett Hall set up beautifully by Oates. Left wing for Bureau. He'll overskate the puck. Then Tenorti into the corner, ridden to the boards by Butcher. Bureau trying to get the puck, does. Tries to center to Prop. Prop takes a weak shot, and Riendo stops that. Prop got a shot away and had a Blues player all over him. Now Tenorti and Butcher having words.
Flips it on right wing. Smale knocked it down a shot. That is 6 saved by Riendo. Smale near corner. He was knocked down, and then a high stick on Stevens. A delayed call here as the Blues. Jeff Brown gets the puck. Smale got a stick up on Stevens, who is now just getting up. Blues have their goalie pulled on this delayed call. Jeff Brown to Oates at center ice. Blues up 6 attackers. Oates across the line to Wilson in the slot. Gino Cavallini shot. He scores! Gino Cavallini, his first goal in 35 games, and the Blues lead 2-0.
Blues lead at 2-0. Meanwhile, Smale, just a little guy, really driven down by Scott Stevens, and then Smale's stick catches Stevens.
And Oates at 350. North Stars break in, though. Here's Tenorti right in front of shot. He scores! Mark Tenorti, and it's 2-1. Now for Johnson. Into the zone, but Chambers was offside. 4 players fight for it. Now to the other side it goes, and Basson for the Blues. He'll flip it ahead. Giles kept it in. Now Mike Craig, cross-checked by Basson. And a penalty called here, I think on Basson. And now Smith and Basson push. The original call, I think, is against Basson for cross-checking Mike Craig.
Craig takes a run at Basson in the corner, and you knew that Basson would want to get back at him. So did Kerry Fraser, and boom! A big cross-check. That's when Fraser decided to call the penalty. Basson, too, for cross-checking, but then Bobby Smith later came in.
That's center ice to Oates. Hit across the line. Oates to Lowry, right in, a shot. He scores! Dave Lowry, a great goal. Set up by who else? Oates, and it's 3-1. Goes back on the point for Tenorti. Now on the wing to Modano, back to Tenorti, a shot. They score! Bobby Smith might have tipped it in. He'll hammer it right back in. And the North Stars. Sean Chambers in his own zone. Now at center ice to Johnson, the former Penguin, now behind the play. McRae and Darren Kimble square off. McRae lands the right, now Kimble back. And McRae falls down. Not much of a fight there between McRae and Kimble.
Kimble, coming out of the Minnesota zone, gave McRae a little bump, nothing serious, but he got McRae's attention, and they looked at each other and looked and said, "Do you want to go?" And finally McRae threw the gloves down, and that was all Kimble needed. And they talk a little, and they'll go to the penalty box.
Blues lead 3-2. Here's Bassett on right wing, gets it across the North Stars line, and look out there, Gwynn knocks him flying.
And the piece of rubber just didn't want to make it. Meanwhile, Basson really took a big hit a few minutes earlier from defenseman Brian Glenn, and believe me, he'll see Mr. Glenn again before the night's out.
Now Stevens gets it for the Blues. Pass to Lowry, and look out, he was really bumped by Bureau.
At the other end, Oates was hit. But when you get hit when you're away from the boards, it oftentimes stings a little more. He really caught it on his tailbone. Then at the other end, Bureau and Lowry. Lowry was a little dazed by it. Left side gives it to Bellows. Back to the blue line. Modano in front. And a scramble, loose puck. Smith a shot. They score! The North Stars score. Tenordi rams a couple of players after the goal. He had an opportunity in the scramble, and it's finally knocked in. And Minnesota gets the power play goal to take the lead 4-3. He's slowed up, hooked a bit by Oates. Then Bureau's bumped at the right point. Butcher to Hall in the spot. He shoots and scores. Brad Hall set up beautifully by Garth Butcher. And that's a pair again tonight for Hall. This one is number 83. And it ties it at 4. From the center ice face-off, Paul Cavallini drills the puck in. Tenordi avoids a check from Kimble, shoves Kimble. They may go at it. Blues have the puck. Wilson left point. Paul Cavallini a shot blocked by Dahlquist. Meanwhile, Tenordi and Kimble behind the play talking with each other. Left wing to Bureau. He puts on the brakes and the puck knocked away. And the Blues player knocked down Mahar, and there'll be a penalty. There'll be a penalty here, and the Blues will finally get a power play when they really need it. Tied at 4 here in the third period. Oates over to the left point to Brown. Back to Oates. Far side for Quinn. He'll shoot right on the rebound. Brind'Amour scores. Rod Brind'Amour on a rebound shot. And the power play goal gives the Blues a 5-4 lead. Now on the far boards, a fight for the puck. Bobby Smith gets it, and oh, what a check he receives from Paul Cavallini. 6:48 to go. 5-4 Blues. Left wing to McRae, who just had a terrific chance. He's checked. He wants to fight Kimble. Drops his gloves, takes a swing at Kimble, and then Kimble will go the other way. Play continues at center ice. Brown, he'll backhand the puck in. Brian Sutter on the bench screaming, why isn't there a penalty? McRae drops his glove and his stick, takes a swing at Kimble. You don't stop play.
Blues coach Brian Sutter was quite upset when McRae wanted to fight Kimble. He dropped the gloves, pushed Kimble, and then Kimble had some nice restraint there, but it didn't do a lot of good as Kerry Fraser would not call anything. Don't forget the Blues cruise is coming up this summer.
48 seconds to go to Chambers at the point. His shot blocked. Madonna whirls. His shot hits the body. Then the play is stopped by Kerry Fraser. Oh! Tenordi knocks the Blues player Butcher down, and I believe it was Basson who stepped in. Maybe Oates. It was Basson. Oh, Tenordi really gave Butcher a shot, and Tenordi is escorted to the penalty box.
And then Tenordi in front. He just slugs Butcher. Whap! And down Butcher goes. And I think there was a penalty called before that punch by Tenordi.
48 seconds to go to Chambers at the point. His shot blocked. Madonna whirls. His shot hits the body. Then the play is stopped by Kerry Fraser. Oh! Tenordi knocks the Blues player Butcher down, and I believe it was Basson who stepped in. Maybe Oates. It was Basson. Oh, Tenordi really gave Butcher a shot, and Tenordi is escorted to the penalty box.
And then Tenordi in front. He just slugs Butcher. Whap! And down Butcher goes. And I think there was a penalty called before that punch by Tenordi.
Both teams played well. The Blues get the victory. The final is 5-4 here in Minnesota. We'll return to the Met Center in a moment. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.